Most guys think they're bad at talking to girls. They're wrong. That's not the problem. The real problem is something nobody ever teaches you, and it quietly ruins your first impressions, your talking stages, and every conversation that almost went somewhere but didn't. This is about fixing that. Not with cheesy lines, not with fake confidence, not with some scripted personality, but with something much simpler and way more powerful. A system. And I'm going to give it to you. But the last piece, the one that actually makes everything click, I'm saving until the end. Because without the build-up, you won't feel how important it is. So stay with me. Here's something that should bother you. Why does every conversation with a girl you actually like die after 30 seconds? You open, she responds. You respond. And then nothing. It fizzles. Every time. And here's the frustrating part. It's not because you're boring. It's not because you're not her type. It's because of one habit you've built without even realizing it. You answer, and you stop. She asks, "How was your weekend?" You say, "Good, pretty chill." She says, "Same." Done. Two people talking, but saying absolutely nothing. We've become so efficient with language that we've completely failed to be effective with it. And this is where most guys go wrong. They think the fix is better openers, funnier lines, a more exciting life, a sharper personality. But it's not. Not even close. The real problem isn't what you're saying. It's what you're not asking. Every time you answer and stop, you close the door. On the conversation, on the tension, on the connection that could have built. This happens on dates, it happens over text, it happens in those moments that felt like they had potential, until they didn't. And here's where everything starts to shift.
There are only 2 levels to any conversation, and almost nobody ever reaches level 2.
Not because they can't, because nobody showed them what it looks like. Level 1 is automatic. It's what your brain has been doing since you were a teenager. She says, "How are you?" Your brain fires back instantly, "Good, not bad, tired LOL." No thought, no depth, just reflex. That's level 1. And most guys never leave it. They text from level 1. They date from level 1. They live in level 1 and wonder why nothing ever goes deeper. Level 2 is almost stupidly simple. You answer, and then you ask something back. "That was a pretty chill weekend, actually. What about you?" That's it. That's the upgrade. But look at what just happened. Now she's engaged. Now there's direction. Now it's an exchange, not a dead end. But here's where most guys still get stuck. What happens when she gives you a real answer, and your mind goes blank? You don't know what to ask next. That's not a confidence problem. That's a listening problem. And the fix is hiding in a word you already know. Listen. Listen. Take those same letters, rearrange them, silent. That's not a coincidence. Real listening requires silence. Not just physically, mentally. No planning your next line. No thinking about how you sound. No trying to impress. Just receiving. Because here's what usually happens. She says she just got back from a trip. Before she even finishes, your brain jumps in. "Oh, I've traveled too. What can I say that sounds interesting?" And right there, you lost the moment. Not because you said something wrong, but because you stopped listening before she stopped talking. Now watch the difference. She says she went to a concert. You ask who she saw. She tells you. You ask who she went with. She says her best friend. It was last minute. You ask what made them go anyway. And suddenly, she lights up. Now she's telling a story about her life, her personality, her relationships. And you didn't prepare a single question. You just followed her answers. That's the loop most guys never enter. And once you're in it, conversation stops feeling like work. But there's still one more layer. Because even if she's enjoying the conversation, that doesn't automatically mean she feels something toward you. And this is where it gets interesting. Imagine a pen on a table at a yard sale. How much is it worth? A few cents? Now take that same pen, put it in a velvet-lined box, place it under soft lighting, put it in a luxury store. Same pen, completely different value. Here's the truth most people miss. The thing itself doesn't create value. The experience around it does. And this applies directly to attraction. Great questions don't just keep a conversation going, they build an experience. When you ask someone real questions, when you actually listen, you make them feel seen. And in a world where most people are just waiting to talk, that feeling stands out. Guys who try to impress lead with themselves, their job, their opinions, their lifestyle. They're showing her the pen, hoping she sees value. Guys who actually connect lead with curiosity. They ask, they listen, they build the moment around her. And by the end, she's not thinking about what you said, she's thinking about how she felt. And that is where attraction is built or lost. So how do you actually use this? Here's the system, the one I've been building toward from the start. It's called the Level 2 loop. 3 steps, simple but powerful. Step 1, answer what she said. Short, real, no performance. Step 2, ask one question back. Something natural, something from her answer. Step 3, go quiet. Actually listen. Let her answer become your next question. Repeat. That's it. Why does it work? Because she won't remember your exact words. She'll remember, did she feel heard? Did she feel understood? Did she feel like you actually cared? Most guys spend their whole lives trying to be interesting. The ones who actually connect learn to be interested. Start there. Next conversation. Don't answer and stop. Answer and open the door.